Hello, this is Bridget Rao with Divine Essentials. Okay guys, so I have the new paradigm for the next 2 days, so I am going to do a little reading for you, and then there's going to be an extended available down in the description if you want to go deeper into this to see what's up. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record over the weekend, so I just wanted to make sure I got one out for you. And I got my crystals in the mail today. I have Snowflake Obsidian and Ruby, whatchamacallits, recorders. So they hold information in them. So I'm very excited about those. But we're going to start off with the new deck here that I used the other night that people seem to really like. And we're just going to start with a message from the masculine. The strongest emotion is often expressed in silence. So that seems to make a lot of sense. A lot of the masculines are silent, so they may be saying that even though they're in their silence, they do feel strongly for you. And sometimes even when you're together, they may not speak a lot about how they feel towards you. And sometimes there's just not words to express how we feel, especially when we're overwhelmed by our emotions or our feelings. Sometimes it's best expressed in that silence. So I feel like what they're saying is even though they've been silent, they still do care. And then I have, it only takes a second to say I love you, but it takes a lifetime to show how much. So they may even be saying in that, like, I may not always tell you that I love you, but I, would like to show you. So sometimes we have different love languages. Sometimes people speak the way that they love, and some people show you, like I'll take out the trash and I'll rub your back and I'll do all this stuff just to show you how much I love you. But other people sometimes have a love language of like, I love you so much, you're so amazing. So I feel like, maybe you guys have different love languages, but either way, what they're saying is that even though they're silent, they do feel the intensity of their love for you. And even though, and I feel like they may actually just want to, like, express their love through actions rather than, saying it. It may be just uncomfortable for them to say how they feel. So let's get one for Divine Feminine. Love is unexpected. You don't know when it will come. So that's the truth, Divine Feminine. I think for a lot of you, even in your counterpart connections, sometimes they come when you least expect it. And I feel like Spirit's kind of saying, sometimes it's best to just release your expectations on love and open up to receiving love. And this other one says, sometimes the one thing you are looking for is the one thing you cannot see. So I'm actually picking up for some of you, you may be getting love from an unexpected place. You may be attracting somebody new in, or you may be attracting your person back when you least expect it. But it's like, it's going to come from an unexpected place, and it's like something that you don't see. You're not going to see it coming. When this person shows up, you're not going to see it coming, and it's not going to be expected. So Spirit's saying stop waiting, stop focusing on it, and just kind of allow it to come when it's meant to come. And if you're open to receiving, I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are getting into that place now where you may be releasing the person you started the journey with, or you may just be opening up. I've talked to a lot of Feminines who are now dating. They've downloaded like dating apps. They're not waiting on their counterpart anymore. So that could be those of you who are really, really resistant to that. That may be the thing that you can't see, that maybe it's not working out with a specific situation because you still have contracts to do or friends to meet or things to do. I'm not saying that you have to go date other people. I'm just saying there may be things that you're not seeing that you still have to complete, like things you need to heal or contracts that you have to release before you can have your union. But also I feel like just don't have certain expectations on how they're going to come to you. Just open up to how they're going to come to you and release the like waiting so that when you're least expecting it, they show up. But I do know there's a lot of you out there who are like, I want a certain person, to come at a certain time in a certain way. And I don't think that we necessarily need to be doing that. And I did just see, I don't know how I feel anymore. So Divine Feminine, some of you may be thinking that, like you just don't know how you feel anymore about the connection with your counterpart. You may be wanting to find somebody new. And for others of you, you may just not know how to feel anymore because of their silence and because they don't show you how much they care about you. So let's see what Divine Masculine wants to say to the Divine Feminine real quick. Is it possible to forgive and forget? So for some of them, they may be asking you to forgive them. You may have something that you need to forgive. Maybe they hurt you in the past, or maybe they want to come back around. They want to break the silence, but they may feel like you're not going to forgive them. And then, I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. So even in this silence, even in this non-action energy from them, they're still thinking of you. And I think that they are feeling consequences of actions that they may have taken during your connection. So keep that in mind, that they are feeling badly, So whatever has happened, you may want to get into that mode of forgiveness. And when you forgive, it may release anything that you're holding on to so that they can come back. So you may forgive them and forget about it, and then you stop moving on, and then when you least expect it, they show back up, I'm a better person because of you, and I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to, so they are checking up on you. They do feel better about themselves, like they feel that you've helped them to become a better person, They've probably looked at the things that they did that they're feeling those consequences from, and now they're trying to make changes in who they are and in their behaviors. And then, I miss you regardless of how things seem. So if they're with other people or they're silent, they do miss you, and they are saying we will be together again. So, hold on to those knowings that they may not be speaking about it, but I do think that you're inspiring them to make some changes, and that they do feel that they want to be with you, but they want you to forgive them before they can. And that's something big, if you're holding on to anger and resentment, that can hold them back. So let's see what Divine Feminine has to say back. I've thought about you a lot lately, so that seems to be a current thing. A lot of Divine Feminines think about their masculines a lot. And then your words linger in my mind. So the things that they've said to you when they weren't silent, you probably replay it, trying to think like, did they really mean that? Or were they lying to me? I can still feel you. So you feel them even when they're not there. And, you're really picking up on their energy. You may be thinking a lot about them. And that may be why you're getting this message to let go, because it comes when it's least expected. So don't hold on to that expectancy. And sometimes, you're feeling them, thinking of them. It's keeping you from that one thing that you can't see, is that when you let go, that's what you're giving them room to come back in. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. So I feel like Divine Feminine, you may be regretting certain things you said or done along the journey, because you get triggered, you get angry, you freak out, you say things to them, and then you're like, I shouldn't have done that. So I think you're saying no other compares to you. So even those of you who are trying to date, which I have talked to those of you, it's like you don't even really have interest in new people. Those of you who are on true twin journeys, I feel like it's just hard for you to find somebody else that compares. Or it's hard for you to even think about seeing somebody else. But for others of you, I feel like some of you found a new person that, you realize maybe you were in a karmic contract. And for those of you, I've been seeing your comments. It's like you guys are angry and you're done with that person that you started the journey with, and you're just moving on. So I feel like this is more the feminines who say nobody else compares, and they can still feel them, and they wish that they had made different choices. But even in this one, if I knew then, for some of you who are moving on, I feel like you're in that energy. Like you're like wishing that you didn't start this with this person. But even if that's what you're at, be grateful for the connection, because they catalysted you to your true twin, or they catalysted to you to something better. Everything we go through is for a reason. So if you've been in that energy of feeling like this isn't my person, I can't stand them, forgive them and move on. Don't hold on to that anger, because it's not going to do anything beneficial to you. It's just going to attract more people into your life that kind of mirror what you just went through. And then, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So I feel like this is for those feminines that maybe your counterpart has somebody else in their life. Maybe they have a karmic partner. They have, they made you feel rejected, or they made you feel like you're not good enough because they just don't communicate with you. They treat other people better than they treat you, and it just makes you feel like you're not up to par for their expectations. But I feel like sometimes these masculines, like they just said, with this intensity, they may go to somebody else because it's not so intense there. It's easier there. There's not so much pressure. It's easier for them to express the way they feel about those people. And there's not such a big thing at stake. Like their heart's not going to be destroyed by that person if they were to leave them. With you, there may be a bigger connection. There may be more love, and it may be more intense for them. They may be afraid that if they're with you, you're going to break their heart. And then I'm not the same person that you remember. So again, divine feminines, regardless of where you're at the journey, you've changed. This has helped you to heal. It's helped you to, get those like boundaries in place. It's helped you to look at things from your past lives, from this lifetime, from your inner child, all of the things that were holding you back. It's helping you to realize, what wasn't working for you. You've become a better person, which the divine masculine just said to the divine feminine too. So, you guys are mirroring in that where you're recognizing that even though there's been turbulence and there's been ups and downs, it has both made you better people. So let's see what's the divine masculine thinking in regards to the divine feminine for the next couple of days. I have the 9 of Wands, which is wounded warrior energy, somebody that's been beaten up but isn't giving up. So they are in that energy of feeling like, they don't want to give up on their feminine. Even though things haven't been always great, when they think of her, they're not fully giving up. And then we have the 2 of Swords. So some of them may still have a blindfold on into making their decisions. They could be afraid that you're going to reject them if they were to reach out to you because they think that you haven't forgiven them. So keep that in mind too. If you're wanting them to, give you, to talk to you, forgive them, because then we have the 9 of Sky, the 9 of Swords, which is that energy of anxiety. So when they think of their feminine, they're in a place of anxiety, but they also are thinking of her as that Queen of Cups, that love, that nurturing energy. And some of them are at a crossroads. So some of them could be trying to make a decision to come out of their hermit mode, to come out of the energy to go towards their divine feminine. The 9 of Pentacles is that pre-Empress energy, single, beautiful, ready to heal, ready to grow, ready to attract divine love into her life. They may feel that you're in that energy exploring love in other places, and so they want to be the one to give you the 10 of Pentacles. They want to be your loyal companion. So like I said, some of you have been exploring other options, or you've been thinking about exploring other options. Some of you have been just embodying that energy on your own. You're not really looking for anybody. You would like somebody, but you're just in the 9 of Pentacles energy, which attracts your 10 of Pentacles. So when they think of you, they see that. And I feel like some of them want to come out of it to love you because they miss the love that you had. Maybe you walked away from them, or maybe they walked away from you, but they miss that love, and they want to make you the Empress. So 9 of Pentacles is the person you 10 of Pentacles up with, but she's pre-Empress. This is the one that turns into the mom of your kids. She's passionate, she's sexy, she's got her money right, she's valuable within, she'll cut you with her, sword if you're going to mess with her or her family. She's just somebody that's strong in all areas. She's an embodiment of all the queens. So they're seeing their divine feminine in that Empress energy, and they're thinking about communicating and taking action with her in this partnership to work together. But some of them are afraid of being cut because we got the Queen of Swords coming. So if you're still holding on to the Queen of Swords, if you're angry with them, if you're gonna chop them down, you gotta get into that Magician energy and release that. If you want them back, if you don't, then stay in that energy. But let's see what Divine Feminine thinks in regards to her Divine Masculine. Hold on, the deck just got messed up. So we've got the Fool. So some of the Divine Feminines are taking a leap of faith, either a leap of faith with the masculine or a leap of faith into a whole new direction. But regardless, you're just trusting your intuition. And I do feel there's a majority of out there who are taking a leap in a new direction, maybe with a new person, or a new direction in how you approach this connection with your person. Okay, so you're just tapping into that High Priestess energy. You're uncovering the secrets that need to be healed. You're uncovering the stuff that needs to be done. But when you think about your masculine, it's like you're not even really thinking about them. You're thinking about you. You're trusting you, your intuition, where you need to go. Where's that leap of faith going to be taking you? And you're taking that next level commitment as the shaman or the Hierophant to do the work. So you could even be thinking, because I have the Moon and the High Priestess here, when you think about them, you could think that they're still in a connection, or that they've lied to you, or that there's been infidelity, and that could be why you're taking this leap of faith into a whole new direction, or that could be why you're thinking like just focusing on yourself rather than focusing on them, because you may feel that they're busy elsewhere, they're with somebody else, or they're doing something else, and so you'd rather focus on yourself, which is going to lead you to victory. And I think that's the best thing for you to do, especially if they're in a connection with somebody else. Just focus on you, regardless of what you're doing. Just don't really get consumed in it. Keep pulling yourself back in that seer mode. This is the hangman. This is where you have that spiritual awakening. So I feel like basically Divine Feminine is just, when she thinks about the masculine, she's more so thinking about the divine connection that she has here, her role as a high priestess, and what she can do to heal, and what she can do to piece the things together that need to be like brought together through her intuition. And when she thinks of her masculine, she could be thinking of him in some trickster energy. Maybe he hurt her, he broke her heart, and he had infidelity. He either cheated or he tricked you or something. Or you could, when you think of him, you just ended up thinking about the karmic situation, the heartache. So I feel like instead of thinking about them, you're choosing to focus on the divine part of it, and you're choosing to focus on yourself and how to heal yourself. You do want them to love you. I think when you think of them, you love them, but you would like a new beginning of value. And you know that that's not going to happen until these things are healed. And so you're just trusting your intuition to guide you away from anything toxic or karmic in nature. And you're focusing on your foundation. You're spinning this wheel of fortune into your favor, and you're manifesting abundance. You're embodying that Empress energy, and they're seeing it. So when they look at you, they think of that, because that's what you're thinking about for yourself. So that's beautiful. And I think, again, some of you had to walk away, or some of them walked away, but either way, it triggered this. It triggered your transformation into this, higher wisdom, this higher calling. And that's actually what's going to attract your 10 of Pentacles in the end. Some of you may even be in a hermit mode when you think of them, like you don't even want to think of them. There's just been too many Tower moments. You're focused on the light now. You're focused on manifesting, your King of Pentacles to be there with the Queen of Pentacles. And again, some of you, that may be a new person. After all the rejection and all the stuff that you've missed out, you may just be looking for a new King of Pentacles, or you could be just waiting and working on yourself until you're in this energy of the Queen of Pentacles, and they're in that King of Pentacles. That's when you'll take your leap of faith with them again. But if they show up with a page offer, or if they show up while they're in a third party offer, you're not doing that. You're taking this new beginning to explore your passion and to break out of this energy of that 8 of Swords, like, having all these failures and false realities and things kind of just weighing on you, so you can be in this 9 of Pentacles, single, sexy, beautiful, creating your reality, which will lead you to reconciliation from past lives, inner child, and likely in the physical with an Emperor. So through doing that work, you'll be attracting your true Emperor, your true soulmate, your 2 of Cups. So let's see what Divine Masculine feels towards his feminine. We have the Page of Pentacles and the we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So they are slowly, they think that they need to, I feel like they feel that they have slowly been progressing, but they still feel like a page in regards to what they have to offer in the connection for love. The Page of Cups is a love offer, but here's the 2 of Cups. So they may be feeling like Divine Feminine is their soulmate. She is their twin flame. They may want to make some sort of offer, but they're slowly navigating their way there. Again, some of them feel like they need to be in hermit mode. They need to reflect a little bit more before they take that leap of faith, because they want to be the King of Pentacles before they make that approach, and so if they're in this Knight of Pentacles, they've got a little bit of ways to go, but they are thinking of her in that Queen of Pentacles, which we just saw. So there is a lot of mirroring going on here. I think some of these Divine Masculines have found clarity, and they're allowing the Tower to crumble in their lives. They're allowing things to transform so they can have justice with their High Priestess. They may be seeing her with her other options that could be triggering some of these burdens. This could be making them want to change things up. That could be making them feel like that page, like they need to work a little bit harder to embody this Emperor energy so they can have their lover. This is the Lovers. But there could be illusions too. So when they're feeling about their feminine, there could be some other options that are kind of in the mix that make them feel like they have to do more, or they're are some illusions maybe through dreams or whatever, but there's just some element that they know they need to go a little bit deeper into healing, and they need to change and embody that King of Pentacles to be with that Queen, to be with their lover. so that they can reconcile with this person that's been in their Nine of Pentacles energy. And so Nine of Pentacles energy would be somebody that has, multiple offers, and that could be, weighing on them. Maybe they don't want them exploring those other options, because then when they come back around, Divine Feminine will have to make a choice between a new person and the past person. So that could be something that they've either created through illusion, or that could be something that they're just seeing in their feminine. So let's see what Divine Feminine feels back. Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like Divine Feminine just wants her Ten of Pentacles. She wants somebody that's going to be loyal, somebody that's going to be her companion, that's going to help her to grow, somebody that's going to make her happy. The Nine of Cups is all about being happy, and I feel like she's taken this blindfold off to make her decisions to get there. So, when she feels like she just wants this. And I think that's why some of you are ready to move on, and some of you are no longer wanting to fight for something that you feel like is just going to leave you with more defeat, or leave you with, more healing work to do. The Four of Swords is all about healing. So I think a lot of Divine Feminines have healed, and they feel like they're at this crossroads where they either are going to go back and stay in this place of unconditional love for the masculine, or they're going to move out of this place of kind of having all these dark clouds hanging over. If you were dealing with somebody that was constantly playing you, if you're constantly waiting, it's like you're not waiting for your wishes to come anymore. You're just feeling like it's time to take that call and to listen to spirit, so that you can be this high priestess and trust your intuition to guide you on your journey into healing and transforming. So is there anything else that she feels about the masculine? We do have the Four of Wands. So some of you may be wanting to have union, or you could be just embodying union within. You're embodying this place of balance. And when you balance in the material, you balance within, you balance enough to attract this. So some of you may feel like you just need to continue to work on this, which is going to lead you to that. And some of you, it could be a union with a new person, or a union with the person of the past. But regardless, it will be the correct person. When you're in that place of balance, when you've done your work, when you've brought justice, you attract the appropriate person in. But I feel like a lot of you are just wanting justice to be served with your counterparts. You're just wanting them to come back around, to release any burdens, so that you can explore the passion that you have for your King of Wands as this Empress. It's like you just want this wheel to change, for things to transform. You want them to use all the tools that they have to break down out of the old and to bring the clarity into their lives, so that you can come into union. So I'm just going to get you one more card from here, from the chakra deck, and then I'm going to jump over to Vimeo. And on Vimeo, we're going to find out, what might be going on with their karmic situation, what else they want to say to you, what you want to say to them, what blockages you have that need to be healed so you can, get into your union, and then what the final outcome is going to be between the two of you. So let's see what chakra energy needs to be worked on for Divine Masculine. Wisdom, which is the heart. So Divine Masculine, you need to work on this wisdom with your heart. And Divine Feminine, I feel like you can help them with that by just sending them unconditional love. But they need to tap into the wisdom of their heart, tap into the wisdom of unconditional love. They may be fearing things, or fearing that you're not going to forgive them, or just not listening to their heart. But their heart holds a lot of wisdom in regards to their soulmate. So also they need to work on their root chakra, which will lead them to their balanced state within the material world, within their root energies, and will help them to grow and heal any grief that they may be holding on to. So there's definitely a lot of energy in their heart that needs healing. So like a heart-opening connection, a heart-opening meditation. Divine Feminine, just send them unconditional love. Try not to trick them. And if you're done with them, don't send them anything. But if you're trying to help them to heal, help them release this energy. People may have tricked them. They may hold grief from when they were a child. They may hold grief from past lovers. We have multiple soulmates, but only one twin flame. So they feel like they're just at this place right now where they need to help heal their heart. So send them some unconditional love. And if you are the Divine Masculine, work on opening up your heart and receiving that unconditional love for your Divine Feminine. So let's see what Divine Feminine gets. Bittersweet forgiveness. So Divine Feminine, you need to work on forgiveness, and I feel like your truth is bittersweet. It's like you're in love with somebody that doesn't talk to you. You're in love with somebody that, doesn't express their love back to you. So there's this bittersweet energy within your truth. But I think getting into a place of acceptance will help you to tap into that like divine energy, to see more through your spiritual place, to see with a new perspective. And when you forgive, you want to look through their perspective. I also feel like there's other parts of this that could help you. Like just work on forgiving, work on like releasing this energy of feeling bittersweet, like forgive that, open yourself up to new perspectives and accept where you are on the journey so that you can expand with your counterpart. But you have the throat, the root, and the third eye coming through, and all of that just needs to be released and healed so that you can recover and you can align with your destiny. So just keep working on getting into a place of acceptance for where you're at. And I would work on forgiving anything from now all the way back in past lives, inner child, all of that. And yes, this is a bittersweet truth, but you still have to express that truth. That's going to help you to discover, the connection here, and try not to isolate yourself away. Get out there and quest for a new truth. If you're insecure about the one that you're in, get out there and start living life. Go date people, go meet new friends, do whatever resonates for you to do. But that's what's going to bring you balance, and that's what's going to help you to heal. So I would start on the root, then work on my throat, which is funny because when I was thinking about recording a meditation for the channel, I was going to do the throat chakra first, but I think I'll start with the heart. But the next one will probably be the throat, because it feels like divine feminine and divine masculine both need to work on that. But then when you open up one, you help to release the other. So I hope that this assists you. I will be going deeper into this on Vimeo, so if you'd like to continue, there's a link down below. If not, I will try to get a brief little check-in on here over the weekend. Like I said, I got 2 full days of healing activations and all of that to do. I did send out a bunch of private readings that were due over the weekend, so if you're waiting for one, they will be available. But I am going to go to bed now, so thank you very much, everybody. In Mune, namaste.